Well, hello there and good morning, everyone. My name is Chelsea from Down Memory Lane. Hello there. This morning, I'm hopping on to do a live video to show you how to use our printables to create our wonderful layouts. So if you have not seen our printables yet, let's talk about them a little bit. So our printables are brand new. We have January through December all available right now on our website here, downmemorylanebox.com. If you want to go check them out, you can go there, click the Printables tab, and then you will see all of our printables available. You can see all of the details and all of that stuff, everything that is included with it. So what does come with our printable set? So there's multiple files that you will receive. You won't receive anything in the mail, so nothing is shipped to you, so you don't need to worry about shipping or waiting for your products. Things will be delivered to your email. So what is included? You are going to get 2 sheets of printable embellishments. So these here are printable PDFs. I printed these out. I downloaded them on my computer, printed them out on 60-pound white cardstock. And then you are able to hand cut these if you want to. That's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to show you how easy it is to hand cut these and put together your layouts. But you will also receive a PNG that you can use. If you are a Cricut user, you can put that into design space and print and cut with your Cricut. And if you're a Silhouette user, you will also receive Silhouette PNG print and cuts that you can print and cut using your Silhouette machine. So all of that is included in your downloads when you purchase the February pack. And this is the best part, you guys. You are going to get instruction sheets with layout instructions that show you how to create layouts with the printables and using items from your stash. So today we are going to be creating this one right here, this February layout. Yesterday we created this one live. If you missed that video, you can go watch it, but here is what it looks like. Here's what it looks like put together. Pretty fantastic, right? So that's one of the layout information, one of the layout pieces and instructions you'll get. You just pull items from your stash for your cardstock. And then today we're going to be making this one. So each instruction sheet has a corresponding PDF printable that will go with the items on here. And then what you'll do, let's take a look at the one we're doing today. What you'll do is you will pull out your info sheet. It tells you right on here what you need to get from your stash. So we've all talked about how we all have tons of stuff in our stash that we need to use, right? I have loads and loads of paper that I never get around to. So this is a way we can partner together. You can use that stuff and get really beautiful layouts done. So in here, it will tell you exactly what you need. So in this case, we need 2 12x12 dark red, 1 6x12 medium pink, and on and on and on. So all of those pieces, it will tell you what colors you need. You don't have to match exactly. You can just use what you have in stash. This just gives you a starting point. So if you don't have this exact pattern paper, totally fine. You can just pick a pattern paper that you like, that you think would look cute with this. So any sort of hearts, stripes, polka dots in those colors would work perfectly. Then you're going to look at the layout instructions. It tells you what to cut those pieces. So I have already started here by cutting some of them. I have also cut and begun putting together the photo mats. And then you're going to print and cut your embellishments. So let's get our photo mats on here and then we will start going. So I have started by getting these items out of my stash and cutting them. We're going to place them on here so we can get rolling. Okay, I like to start, for me, now this, you can do this however you want to, but I like to start with the big stuff first. So I get my pattern papers down, I get my photo mats, and then I can adjust any of the little embellishments to where I want them. So this is always where I start, but again, you can do whatever you would like to do. So we've got our photo mats on there, easy peasy. All of this comes from your stash. You can just pull it out using the instruction sheet. And then we're gonna pull out our printables. So this one is the PDF file. Again, when you order the printables, you're gonna get the PDFs that you can print and hand cut. You're also going to get the PNGs if you want to cut them out on your Cricut. Or if you have a Silhouette machine, you will also have the print and cuts for Silhouette. I'm going to hand cut these today so I can show you how easy it is to do. So I just printed this out. I downloaded the PDF, printed it out on 60-pound white cardstock. It fits through our printer really nice and easy, has a little bit more heft to it than our regular printer paper. And then I've got my trusty little Cutter Bee scissors, and you can just cut them up. So we're gonna start over here. Here's what I like to do to begin. Just makes it really easy. I like to really rough cut around it. So we're just gonna rough cut these pieces out. It makes it a lot easier to get around those little intricate places. Just rough cutting all of these so that when you go in with your scissors to the smaller places, it makes it easier. So let's see. I'm going to cut out most of these today. Some of them I pre-cut just so that you don't have to sit and watch me cut an entire sheet of paper, so you can get the idea. But we're going to cut a lot of it. We're going to cut a lot of it together. All right, so we're going to rough cut some of that. We'll rough cut a little bit more later too. But, all right, so here we go. We're going to start with our little love piece. Just take your scissors and go just a little bit outside of the edge. So now when you get these printables, you're going to have 2 sets of printables. One of those sets is this one right here. This one I would call a little bit more intermediate. It's not hard. You can see this is very simple. I'm not getting into the itty bitty picky details. I'm just kind of going around, making a nice little border around. Still very simple. Okay, you can see that. Got that one ready to go. So this one is, but it's a little bit more intermediate because you do have to, they're not just completely straight lines. Still very simple though. You can see how quickly and easily this is coming together. You don't have to be perfect. You can just kind of cut around. I like to leave a little bit of a white border. You don't have to. You can cut all the way up to the color if you would like to. Totally up to you. But I like to do it this way. Give it a little border. It makes it a lot easier for cutting too. All right, we got 2 done. Still going. The other one, I'll show you the other sheet really quickly. If you're like, ooh, this seems a little bit too much for me to start out with, you also get this sheet. This sheet and its corresponding layout. And this is very, very easy to cut. Simple straight lines, very, very minimal curves. So there are both options, and guess what, you guys? You can print and cut these as many times as you want once you purchase them. And they're $7.99 for everything I just showed you, for all of the printables, the PNGs, the Silhouette print and cuts, the PDFs, the instruction sheets that you will be able to make 2 layouts with. All of that included is $7.99. And then you just dig in your stash, you use up some of the things that you already have, and you can create lots of layouts. And again, as many times as you want. So you can reprint and recut these 15 times if you want to. Now I'm doing this really quickly, but you can see you can get into these little pieces in here if you want to. You don't have to. You can also just cut it like this and leave it that way. But I'm going to do all of the little bits so you can see, even with the trickier parts, it's still very, very simple. So we can get in this little ticket, this little Valentine ticket. Easy peasy. There we go. So we've got just a few more pieces to cut here before we start assembling, but you can see how simple this is to cut and assemble. So again, I'm hand cutting these. This is the hand cut. This is the PDF file that you can print and hand cut. But if you don't want to hand cut, that is okay. If you have a Cricut or a Silhouette machine, you will also receive those files. So you can use your Cricut and your Silhouette to print and cut these as well. So lots of options. And even if you don't have a machine right now, maybe that's on your wish list. Maybe you've got a birthday or a holiday coming up. Even if you purchase these now and you start with the PDF printables and you hand cut them, you will still receive the PNGs and the silhouettes. So if you happen to get a machine later on, you're good to go. You can just use those as well. And the best part about this, you guys, one of the things that I love the absolute most is that you can reuse these as many times as you want. So lots of people that we know use our calendar or our month kits to make calendars. So you could make a whole bunch of calendars with these. You don't have to do both pages. You could just do one page and use it as your calendar topper. Lots of options. And you can make a bunch of them. You can make them as gifts. If you've got multiple kids, this is where I really like it. So lots of people that we know purchase multiple kits, right? Multiple kits, multiple bundles, because they're doing layouts for more than one album. Maybe you've got 3 grandkids and you're making them all an album. Wow, you guys, you can purchase this one time and you can make 3, you can make 4, you can make 12, whatever you want to do. Once you purchase the file for $7.99, the documents are yours forever. So you can just keep creating and keep creating and keep creating. It's nice and easy. So you can see this one is a little bit more intermediate than I wouldn't even say intermediate. It's not challenging. It's a little bit more involved, maybe is the right word. A little bit more involved than, you do a little bit more cutting than the one that I did yesterday, which I'll show you here at the end again. But you get both. So when you purchase the February set, you get both. So you can start with the simpler one if you want to kind of get your feet wet and get going. Or you can make both, whichever one is your cup of tea. You have access to both files for $7.99. And you can make them as many times as you want. The other thing that's nice about this is if you mess up, no big deal. You can print it again and start over if you want to. You have full reign once they're in your inbox. So let's talk about the printables right now really quickly while I finish up these last couple little cuts. If you are interested in this, if you want to see all of the ones that we have available, you're going to go to downmemorylanebox.com. Once you're there, if you are already a monthly box subscriber, you already have a login, so you just log in. If you're not a box subscriber, that is totally fine. You just need to set up an account so that you can get these items delivered to you. When you set up an account, make sure that you use an email that you are going to check, okay? Make sure you use an email you're going to check because that's how you're going to get these printables delivered to you. So once you go there, sign in or set up your account and log in, then you're going to click the Printables tab. So right at the top, there is a tab that says Printables. Click that and then it will show you all of the printables that we have currently available. We have January through December available right now, so you can get all of them, start going to town. Once you have purchased them, once you've put them in your cart, you've purchased them, you are able to instantly download. So you'll be able to download them right then and there. What I would suggest is to download those and save them to your computer. And then after that, you'll also be emailed your downloads, okay? Okay, we're going to start putting this one fully together. We've got all of our pieces cut out. So once you get them delivered to your email, keep that email because that is how you are going to access your downloads after after you close out of that page. So once if you do your downloads, you do your things, and then you decide, hey, I want to do one again, you're going to go into your email, you're going to find that email, and that will include all of the items that you purchased, and you can just reprint them and do them over and over again. Isn't this one so cute, you guys? Little Valentines. Now, this layout instruction, you can follow it exactly if you want to. That's what I'm doing here, so you can see how it gets put together nice and easy. I've cut all of you watched me cut most of these. I did pre-cut a couple so we wouldn't be here super long, but very, very easy to do. Super simple. They come out so cute. I hand cut most of these. Most of these have been hand cut just now, which you saw. Takes very little time. And then you just start putting them together. Easy peasy. So this is the February one. In a second here when I finish it and you see the whole finished product, I will also show you the one we did yesterday for February, so you can see both of the ones that you'll get in your inbox when you purchase it. And then we're going to do January as well. So you can see two of them in action. Look at how cute these are. Aren't they adorable? I love them. These layouts are sort of similar to how our bundles work. It's just that you get to use the items in your stash so you can make things happen really quickly and easily. Okay, so here we go. This is what we started with. We started with these two pieces of paper. Okay, these are part of the downloads that you were able to create. So I went into my stash, I pulled out all the pieces that I needed, cut them according to the layout instructions. I printed the printable on 60-pound white cardstock, and then you just saw me cut those out by hand, and then we just put it together using the picture. So how cute is that? Isn't that adorable? So simple, so fun. That's our February one. Okay, we also did one yesterday. If you missed our live video yesterday, you can go back and watch it. But this one is the other one. So here's the other one that is also included when you purchase those files. Here are the printables. Here is the instruction sheet with the information that you need to pull out of your stash and the cutting instructions. And there's what that one looks like. So quickly and easily, you are able to put together two adorable layouts using your printables. And again, you guys, the best thing is you can print these as many times as you want. You can print them over and over and create over and over again. So that is February. We're going to take a look at January here. So let's look at the one that we did. Let's look at the January one that we did yesterday so you can get a look at that one before we go ahead and do our other January layout. So here's the one that we did yesterday. We have our instruction sheets and we have our printables. Yesterday we cut this out by hand and then put it together using the information sheet. So that's what that one looks like. Isn't it so cute? Here's the other nice thing, you guys. If you are somebody who is like, I don't really know if I want pink in there. Maybe we have red on our jackets and we want to put red in here. You can swap those colors out because you're pulling from your stash. So whatever you have works. It doesn't have to match perfectly. It doesn't have to be the exact color that I have. We just give you a guide so that you can kind of get close to those colors. Pick what works for you. All right, we're going to look at our second one here, our second January. We're going to cut this one out here together. So here are our sheets. This is our sheet that we're working with today. We're going to fussy cut these, hand cut those very, very easily. And then we're going to use our instruction sheet to put it together. So I've already started a little bit. I've just started by cutting out the pattern papers. You can see there we've got the pattern paper cut out. I have also cut and pulled these pieces. Now, if you look at this, you look at those colors, they're not exact, right? because I didn't have those exact papers in my stash, but I did have a light brown and a dark brown, and that's what I went with. It still looks fabulous. It's not exact, but it's close, and that is perfect for this. So our January setup, I'm going to start by putting our photo mats down. Again, I always like to start with the photo mats in the backgrounds because then everything else can be adjusted really easily, but it is up to you where you start. This is just the easiest for me. Okay, you can see also not the exact color, but it's a medium blue and a light blue, and it still looks fantastic. So you don't have to worry about matching exactly. It is completely okay and designed to be able to use whatever you have in your stash. So navy blue, light blue, white, dark brown, light brown, medium blue, and dusty blue. And that's just what we go with, and you can just go to town. So now that we've done that, let's take out our trusty little cuttable sheet. So this is the PDF that I printed this out, got my scissors here. We're going to cut. So I'm just going to start by doing the same thing I do every time. I just kind of get a little rough cut around them. So this makes it really easy for me to go in and get some of those detailed pieces without it being really cumbersome. You can do this however you want to do it. This is the way that I do it, but again, you can do this however you want. Nice and easy. If you're just joining me right now, we are talking about our new printables. Our printables are currently available on our website, downmemorylanebox.com. If you go there, you just set up an account using an email that you're going to use and that you're going to check. Because that's how you're going to get your printables. And then once you have gone there and set up your account, you can click the Printables tab. You can check out all of the stuff that we have available for our printables. Right now we have January through December available. So I just did February earlier, if you want to scroll back and watch the February one. And then we'll be going through the rest of the months in the upcoming weeks. But you can purchase them now. You'll download them, and then you can start creating. All right, so I'm just going to cut out a couple more of these, and then we'll start cutting. We'll start hand cutting. Okay, so here we go. We've got our little snow globe. How cute is this? So I like to just give a little bit of a border. It gives me a little cushion. Very easy. I like to keep a little tip for you if this makes it easier. I know some people have, mentioned, oh, scissors are kind of challenging. How do you get the right borders? It's so easy, guys. You just put your scissors there, and then what rotates is your other hand. So your scissors stay still, and you rotate it with your other hand, just making slow cuts and easy peasy right there. Ta-da! Nice and simple. Oh, great question. So the printables are $7.99. They're $7.99, you guys. And you get, so let's talk about that because that's pretty amazing. $7.99, you get 2 sheets of printables. They are PDF printables that you can cut. You can print on your computer or print on your printer, and then you can cut them out by hand like this. That's one option. They also come with a PNG that if you have a Cricut machine, if you have Design Space, you can put that PNG into your Design Space. And then on the bottom, you'll notice right here, on the bottom of the instruction sheet, it tells you what to resize it to. So we resized, once you put the PNG in there, we resized our Cricut, the PNG number 2, to this amount. You can just size it to that amount. And then you can print and cut those. You can use your machine, your Cricut machine, to cut them. If you have a silhouette machine, we have print and cut silhouette files. So you can hand cut these like I'm doing. And I'm doing that so you can see how simple it is. And now I'm taking my time here so that you can see all of this in action. But it is very, very simple. And you know what? If you make a mistake, guys, you just reprint it, because you can print these as many times as you want. So you'll get 2 sheets of printables, okay? 2 sheets of printables, all of those files for hand cutting or for cutting with your machine. And then you will also receive the instruction sheets. So 2 sets of instruction sheets right here. 2 sets of instruction sheets. This is one of them. So you can pull things from your stash and you can cut them and do them. Oh, Debbie, excellent question. So we have been using this paper that I'm using right here. It's a little bit thicker than regular printer paper, but it's got to be thin enough to go through your printer. So we have been using 60-pound white cardstock. It is designed to go through a printer. It goes through very easily. We had no issues with it. 60-pound white cardstock is what we used. You can experiment with that and see what you like best, what your printer likes best. You can also, if you don't want to print this on your home computer or your home printer, you can take this you just take the files into a print shop. So you can download all of the files and bring them on over to a print shop, have them print them all for you, and then you can just hand cut them out. So you can see this is going really smoothly. Super simple. Now, yesterday we did our very simple layout with all of the die cuts had really nice straight lines or very simple curves. If you want to watch that video, you certainly can. I'm going to show you that layout at the end here. This layout is a little bit more hands-on because there's a little bit more curves, but still very easy. You can see how simply this is coming together. You can cut directly onto the colored part if you want to. I like to leave just a little bit of space, and then you're good to go. Oh no, Debbie, you do not need a Cricut or Silhouette machine. Nope. So right now, the only reason you would use a Cricut or Silhouette machine, we have those options. If you have a Cricut machine or if you have a Silhouette machine, you can print them and you can cut them out. You can have your Cricut or your Silhouette machine cut them out. But we also have PDF files included that's what I'm using. I printed those and I am hand cutting them. So right now you're seeing I'm being the machine right now. It's me. So you do not have to have a Cricut or Silhouette. You can hand cut them like I'm doing right now. You just print them out. You have the PDF files. You just print them out. You grab your scissors. This is a cutter bee scissors. It doesn't have to be any sort of fancy scissors at all. We just really like this one because they're very sharp and they've got really nice little points if you want to get into some very detailed places. But you can use any scissors that you normally use for crafting. Nice and easy. But yes, if you have a Cricut machine, if you have one and you want to use it, you absolutely can with our files because we give you the PNGs to use a Cricut, and we also give you the Silhouette print and cut files to use a Silhouette machine. But no, you absolutely do not have to have a machine. We know lots of our customers don't have machines or don't want to pull out their machines. They want to make it as easy as possible. So we also have a hand cut option, and that's what I'm doing right now. So these are so nice and easy to use. You can see I'm just going around. They're fabulous. Lori, great question. She said, how do I cut from my Cricut? So the best thing I can tell you, because everybody's Cricut machine is slightly different, but if you use Design Space, that is what we used to print and test cut these to make sure that we got all the specifications right. So if you have a Cricut machine, you can pull up the PNG. You're going to take the PNG that you get with the downloads. You're going to put that into your Design Space, and then you're going to resize it to print and cut it. So it's going to come in really large, and that's how we make it so that the quality is really good. But then if you look on the instruction sheets, and it's on all of them, so both pages, you can print and cut both of them. On the bottom of the instruction sheet, it tells you you're going to use Printables page 1, okay? For Cricut, we resized it to this. So you're going to take that, you're going to go into your Cricut, resize the document or the file however large it is, and you can change it from there too. And then you can print and cut it from your Cricut. And since every Cricut is a little bit different, what we've suggested to a couple customers, and Teresa Chan, our wonderful Teresa, she jumped right in, and she went and found a Cricut tutorial on YouTube. That's what I would suggest. I would suggest going to YouTube. They have some fantastic step-by-step instructions and tutorials for how to use a PNG to print and cut on your Cricut. So I would go to YouTube. I would search PNGs, like how to turn a PNG into a Cricut, or oh my goodness, how to use a PNG with a Cricut to create to print and cut, and you can just follow the tutorials. They're super simple. And you can use that. And then use these on the instruction sheet down here. Use those to tell you what to resize it, or it'll give you a good stepping stone to resizing. And that is the best way to do that, since everybody's Cricut is slightly different. But you all use Design Space. So we used these in Design Space. So you can do that. Now I have pre-cut these trees because these take me a little tiny bit longer, but I'm going to cut out one of them. So you can see that even though these take a slight bit longer, they're not that challenging. There's just 5 of them, so I didn't want to make you sit and watch me cut these. So I'm going to cut one of these little trees here. Again, super simple. So you can go, this is what I did. I cut all the way around the outside without doing the little intricate parts yet, okay? We're going to cut around the little snowbank. You can make the snowbank however you want to. There we go. We got the little snowbank. And then we're just going to cut up and around all of these pieces here, just like this, leaving a little border, okay? So you can leave it like that if you want to. I wanted to snip into these little pieces, so then I went back and I just snipped in like this. Ta-da! Easy peasy. So that is how I did the trees. Very, very easy. Obviously, if you've got a machine, you can have them cut it out. That's perfectly fine. But we did all of that with the trees. I did all of that. So you can see just how simple that is, even with a little bit more intricate piece, which there aren't very many. Most of these are really, really simple to cut, but there are a couple that are a little bit more intricate just because it makes it pretty. So, but I pre-cut those, so you don't have to watch me do all of that. But, yeah, easy peasy. I hand cut all of these. And simple. Okay, we're going to find our little bear. I'm going to glue our little bear down here. Look at him. He's having the time of his life, you guys. The snowflakes are another thing that might look intimidating, but I'm going to show you an easy way to do that too. So you don't have to get into all the nooks and crannies. You can get into all the nooks and crannies if you want to, but I just did like a very simple outline of the points. This is where that little like border can make it really easy. You also could just do a full circle around it. You don't have to get into these points at all. You could do a full circle around the points, around the whole snowflake, and just make it even easier for you if you want to. But you can see I'm just holding my scissors completely straight. I'm not moving the scissors, I'm moving the piece. And that makes it really, really easy. So there you go. Look at that. Looks fantastic, right? Super easy. All right, I'm going to pull out my little snowflakes here. We've got these ready to go. So we have our little pink one, adorable, navy blue, because we got to have snow flurries. If we don't have snow flurries, what are we doing? It's a winter layout. Okay, we've got warm and cozy. There's that other nice cute one. We're going to put that right down on the bottom here. Ta-da. And there's page 1. Fabulous. We're going to go over to the second side, and while we're doing the second side, I want to talk to you again about these printables, where to get them. So how it works and where to get these printables, let's talk. So we have these fabulous pieces. Okay, you're going to go to downmemorylanebox.com. That's where you're going to go. That is normally our subscription box website. So you're going to see that on there, but at the top of the page, you're going to see printables. There's a little button that says printables on it, a little tab. So you're going to click that tab, okay? And that is going to show you all of our printables. You can then purchase the printable, download it right then and there. So as soon as you print it, you have access to it. So you can download it right then and there, save it to your computer. That's what I would suggest. I would suggest downloading it and saving it to your computer right then. But also it's going to be emailed to you. So when you set up your account here at downmemorylanebox.com, make sure that you are using an email that you're going to check, because your downloads will also be delivered to you by email. And if you want to access them later on, that's how you're going to access them. So they will be emailed to you. Then all you need to do is download the files, save them to your computer, keep them in your email. Do not delete that email. Make sure you keep that email. And then you will be able to print and cut them as many times as you want. We forgot our little birdie here. We gotta get our little bird. So when you download them, make sure you download the files you're gonna use. Okay, so if you're going to do the print and cut, the hand cut ones, that's the PDF file. Just download it, print it, and you can start cutting just like this. If you're going to use the Cricut, you download the PNG file, put it into Cricut Design Space, resize it based on the instruction sheet, and then you can print and cut with your Cricut. If you're going to use a silhouette, you download the print and cuts for the silhouette, pull it up in your silhouette design space, and print and cut. Easy peasy. You're also going to pull out your instruction sheets. So your info sheets are going to come with it. You're going to have 2 info sheets for 2 different layouts that you can create. So you're going to print those. You're going to look at the you will need section. Okay? So it tells you exactly what you need to find in your stash. You're going to go into your stash, go shopping in your stash, pull out what you need, and then you can start creating. It's so simple. Lori, the paper that we used was 60 pound white printer paper. So it's a little bit thicker than thin printer paper, but thin enough to go through our printer. So I'm not sure if printers are a little bit different. They might be a little bit different, but the 60 pound worked beautifully in our home printer. So that's what we used. So that's the January one. Okay. Here is the January one we did yesterday. So this is the one we did yesterday. This is the one that has very simple cuts. So if you want like a starting place, this is a good way to go. But you guys, when you purchase the January one, you're going to get both. You're going to get both printables. You're going to get both instruction sheets. So if you want to start with this one to get your feet wet a little bit, you can then use this one and you can print them as many times as you want. They're amazing. So let's look at what we did today. We have got January printables, January instruction sheet. This is what we did yesterday. So that's how that one came together. Isn't it gorgeous? Super awesome. You will also get the instruction sheets and printables for the one that we just did together that you can hand cut or you can use your machines. I hand cut these. So you guys saw how simple and easy that was to hand cut them. You don't need a machine. If you have a machine, we include those files for you to use with the machine, but you do not have to. You can hand cut them, easy peasy. And again, you guys, they're $7.99. For $7.99, you get all 4 of these sheets. delivered to your email. Now, again, we're not sending anything to you. We're not shipping anything to you. These are delivered digitally. So you'll receive them in your email. But the beautiful thing about that is then you can print them and redo them as many times as you want. So if you're doing 3 albums, if you've got 3 kids, 3 grandkids, you can print them 3 times, pay for them once, print them 3 times, or as many times as you want. All right, let's look at the February ones if you missed those. So here's what we did yesterday. This was one of our layouts. When you purchase the February set, this is part of what you will receive. So here's the die cuts for this one. You can see how cute those are. Here is the layout instructions. That's what you will create. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And the one that we did today. Oh, that's so awesome, Lori. We are so excited about this because, you guys, we've listened to so many people talk to us about how things are tough right now, right? Money's a little bit tighter. Things are a little bit more expensive. And we're like, we really need to come up with a solution for people who still want to indulge, still want to create, still want to do things like this, but maybe don't have or don't want to spend a ton of money on it. And we're very conscious of the fact that, like every crafter, we have craft rooms full of stuff. Right? We hear that from you guys all the time. You have craft rooms full of product and you want to use it. But sometimes it's hard to figure out what to do with it when you're just looking at a big pile of things. I do this for a living and I still have piles of things in my craft room. So this is one of the solutions that we thought would just be wonderful for everybody. You guys can print these out. You can use them as many times as you want. So that is a huge amount of savings, right? $7.99 and you get all the printables to reuse as many times as you want. It still includes instruction sheets, which is what our customers love so much about what we do, is that we give you color photos and instructions so that you can create stuff without having to overload your creative juices, right? But you're still able to have free reign to do whatever you want. You can use this as a sketch, as this jumping off point, or you can use it exactly as designed. Totally up to you. But all of that is $7.99. One time, $7.99, reusable. Super awesome. And you also get to use your stash. So not only are you saving money, you're saving tons of money because you're able to reuse these, which we love. You are also able to use the stash, the things that you have curated, the beautiful pattern papers that you have purchased that just sit on your shelf, right? You can use them now. So we're super excited about it. We hope that you jump in and try them out. Right now, we have January through December available right now on downmemorylanebox.com. So get over there, purchase them, start downloading, start creating right now today. All right, guys, I will be on this afternoon for a live sale with some of our other products this afternoon, so make sure you join me then. But thank you so much for joining me this morning. We will be doing more of these as we go in the coming weeks, so you can see more of our printables and things like that. But if you like what you see, if you're looking for some savings and some ways to get creative very easily and quickly, check out our printables. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.